Hey YouTubers, how's everybody doing? Okay, the reason I'm doing this is for recovering my 1979 Dodge glove box. Now I know it's not perfect, but they usually have cracks around this edge. Sometimes around here or wherever. Okay, now I'm not going to do the thing like, fixing it stuff. All I used was, let me show you. Can't find it. Anyway, I use the Great Stuff window and door spray foam. Okay, see the glove box lids on these things have that guy on it. It's this thing right here. It's a cover. It's a hard plastic cover that you can basically peel off. I used a small, not a pocket screwdriver, just a thin flat tip screwdriver to go around through it and break it loose. Okay, then the foam, use the window and door stuff basically to just shoot into the gaps and anywhere I thought it was, little not flattish or whatever. Then naturally with a glove on one of my hands, I went through and strafed it. Kind of like doing concrete with a trowel to where I thought it was good. Let it dry, and then I used my trusty Harbor Freight Bauer random orbit sander to knock it all down. Then I used the Great Stuff again until I was happy with it. Until I thought it was good. Then what I did, used plain old, let's see, Scotch or 3M. Yeah, this stuff. Super 77. And it works. I'm not going through all that because you can find plenty of videos on YouTube on how to use that stuff and what to do. All I'm doing here is showing you a way that you can redo your glove box lid, especially if you've got like a 72 to 1980, I think 72, but at least 74 to 80 Dodge pickup or a Ram Charger or even a Plymouth Jimmy that has one of these glove box lids on it, because nobody makes them. You can find a good used one for maybe $200-300. An NOS one, somebody might want anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for one. The biggest problem is the buttonhole. Now I will find something like an escutcheon or something to put in there, but what I did for the hole, I made like a cone and glued it in, and you get the picture. Then I went over it. What I did, I started at one end, and there's no seam here. It's not perfect, I know, but I sprayed this part right here, and then the vinyl here. And then when I was ready there, just fold it over and start working it in and around. And once that's set, it's on there, pull it back, start spraying, and then lay it down and start working it with your hands, smoothing it out, going the different directions. Then when I get it all over there, then you flip it over. That's when you get your scissors and start doing some trimming. And you can see it's not perfect, folks. It is not perfect, but it's on there. It's one piece. And I mean, I've seen high-end cards with leather with wrinkles in them. But again, this isn't to show you how to use the Super 77, how to heat the vinyl up to hope it stretches, because it won't. And nowadays blow dryers, they won't get hot enough to do it. You get one from maybe 30, 40 years ago that would cook the scalp, that'd do it. But I hope this works. I mean, I ain't too worried about it. Nobody ever looks at my videos. Nobody responds to them or anything. This is just hopefully if somebody searches recovering a glove box or restoring a glove box lid, it might help them. Again, it's not perfect, but it'll go on. And I'm laying odds on a upholsterer would probably charge you about $300 to $400 to do that. But yeah, if you guys appreciate it or whatever, I would like a comment or something, so it'd be nice. You know, go to hell, or hey, good job, nice thinking, or something. Because I swear to God, I hunted all over and could not find anybody doing this. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.